鋭さと切れ味が増しました。
助かった。
その太刀が錆を知りません。
何か望み。
弓の修繕をいたしましょうか。
お侍、そちらは坂井家の太刀では。詳しいようだな。知らぬ者はおりません。それにしても聞きしに勝る美しさ。まさかこの目で見られるとは。竹を切る稽古か、懐かしいな。
よろしければ一度お試しください。
その太刀はまさに宝刀にございます。優れた刀鍛冶が仕上げたのでしょう。しかし腕を上げるには稽古あるのみかと。鍛錬を怠るべからずか。稽古台はいくつもございます。ぜひお探しになってください。
And there has to be some sort of discussion. One of the problems that I have with the so-called social justice warriors and with this movement is that they're enforcing a certain type of thinking and behavior, and they're incredibly aggressive about it. Hence the warrior term.
Yeah, well, I think a fair bit of that is grounded in
2, 1. Here we are again. Hey Joe. Hello Jordan. How are you doing, man? I'm doing great. You have the schedule that you have and the amount of energy and enthusiasm you maintain with the schedule is very remarkable because you're not stopping. You're not slowing down. I mean, you've had your foot on the gas for like 2 solid years now.
Okay, well, the sun shines.
I guess that's what it is. Is that how you feel about it?
Well, you know, when you have an opportunity that's completely preposterous, you're a fool to take it for granted.
Yeah,
You know?
I guess that's
so,
it, right?
And yeah, so Tammy and I have been to 100 cities since January. So everywhere, you know, and part of what keeps us going, well, first of all, a really good crew, you know, like the CAA guys, they're really good. Live Nation's been really good. They make sure the theaters are smooth and
He hasn't been in the media
no problems at all.
professionally, so just apparently really
And then I have
devastated
lots
him,
of
which
people
he
who are
had.
helping me with my scheduling, and Tammy travels with me. And then
He's talking about
the
it right
lectures
now.
themselves,
It's like, this is
well,
a
I really
podcast.
like doing them, partly because I do a different
We're
lecture
talking
every
about
night,
her as
and so that keeps me sharp, and it makes sure that I'm
Well,
thinking
she's
about new
alive,
things
I
all
mean,
the time and
I-
trying to formulate my
more-
thoughts more precisely. And they're also unbelievably positive. So that's also something that makes it a lot easier to do, because you know, I go to a city and there's 1,500 to 2,000 people waiting for me there, which is like staggering in and of itself wherever I go, and they're all there listening intently, and it's a sophisticated discussion, or at least as sophisticated as I can make it, and I'm communicating directly with the audience, and all the people are there to try to get their lives together. And so the feeling in the hall is really, really positive. And then I usually talk to about 150 people afterwards, and you know, all of them, well, many of them, you know, they just say hi and they're polite, and we have a photograph and all that, but lots of them. Have stories about how they've been putting their lives together, and they're thrilled to death about it, you know, that they're out of the hole they were in, or they've started a new business, or they've sold a new business, or they just decided to get married, or they're going to have some kids, or they've fixed up their relationship with their parents, or they quit drinking, and they're not addicted. I talked to one guy in Europe. He'd stopped. He was addicted. I don't remember what to, but it was something that wasn't good. He'd stopped for 9 months and got 9 of his friends to quit too. So he comes up, he's just like bouncing, you know, he's so damn happy that his life is better, and not only that he had this additional positive effect on other people. So, and it's so fun because I have these conversations with people, they're brief, but they're very personal and they're very intense, you know, because you think people have to trust you to tell you that their lives weren't going so well. And then they have to trust you even more to tell you that they're going better now, because of course, what you want when you tell someone that things are going better is you want real encouragement and real sense from the person you're talking to that they're happy for you. And I'm absolutely thrilled to hear these things. Like, I was in Whole Foods this morning. I went down near where I'm staying, and 2 of the guys that worked behind the meat counter came out to talk to me, and independently, and they'd both been reading my books and watching my lectures, and one of them said he had a 7-year-old son. He really wanted to do right by him. He was looking for ethical and moral guidance, and you know, he found the books really helpful, and that it was helping him put his life together. And so guy at the car rental place last night told me the same thing, and so it's so exciting. It's so ridiculously exciting to go everywhere around the world, and to go into airports, or to walk down the street and have people come up and say, I've been watching you on YouTube, they often mention you, I've been listening to what you say, I've been developing a vision for my life, it's really helped me out a lot, thanks a lot. And Jesus, like, to be able to have that happen, you know, time after time, day after day, all over the place, that's just absolutely, it makes going to 100 cities like continually energizing, because it's so positive. And then there's all this weird crap in the press, you know, about my dangerous followers and all this alt-right nonsense, and it's so ridiculous, you know. I've talked to 250,000 people in 7 months. We haven't had one incident that was negative in that entire time. Not one, nothing. No misbehavior on anyone's part. We had one heckler who was obviously not a fan of mine, given that he was a heckler. That was it. Other than that, the audiences behave perfectly. They all dress up. They come in suits, which is really cool. A lot of the young guys, they dress up. So they have a little suit competition with me, which is quite fun. So that's an additional bonus. And yeah, it's pretty damn good, Joe.
I think it's really fantastic, and I think what's going on is it makes me very optimistic, because I think that one of the things that new media has provided is these new avenues for information to get out there. And these new things like these lecture circuits. When was the last time you saw public lecture circuits that were popular to the tune of thousands and thousands of people? I saw the ones that you and Sam Harris did on YouTube, and you know, Sam's doing them with a lot of other people as well. You're doing them with a lot of people, with Dave Rubin as well. These are, I mean, this is a very unique thing.
That's for sure.
And also this desire to understand new paths of behavior and patterns of thinking, and that these are corrective paths and patterns that can lead you to a more fulfilled and happier life. And recognize the pitfalls of certain types of behavior that people just fall into. And I think oftentimes the difference between someone who lives a fulfilled life and someone who lives a life filled with disaster is following incorrect patterns and not knowing what the correct ones are. So there's a lot of good people out there that live shitty lives, and they don't do it because they're just dumb or because they're bad. They do it because they've been influenced by certain patterns. They've fallen into patterns, whether it's because of the people that they surround themselves with, or the neighborhood they grew up, the people that are around them have this way of being,